If you grow zucchinis, which a lot of us do, we're always looking for ways to use our zucchinis. And so I have a really good recipe that I want to share with you, and it is actually a zucchini coleslaw. Yep, you heard that right, zucchini coleslaw. So we're gonna use zucchini from the garden. I've got a couple of onions and a shallot, and then I have just a small red cabbage, and I'm just gonna use about half of this. And then we're gonna also make our dressing, but let me grab a knife first. So with our zucchini, we're just going, with our coleslaw, we're just going to use our box grater, and I'm going to actually cut off this end. I'm gonna cut off the stem end, set that there. Okay. And then we're just gonna grate. And so with zucchini, has a lot of water in it. It's really, 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 really watery. So I have a colander here that's lined with a kitchen towel, a clean kitchen towel. And after I finish grating this, I am going to stick it in the colander with the towel and kind of let it sit for just a minute while I get the rest of the ingredients prepped and ready to go into my serving bowl. And then we're going to squeeze out all the extra moisture before we add it into our bowl. Every last little bit of goodness. There we go. Okay. This is absolutely delicious. It is so good. And the zucchini is super mild in flavor. So I just love adding it in here. So now I'm just gonna use half of this red cabbage, purple cabbage, choose your whatever color you wanna call it. I'm gonna cut out the core. You could do green cabbage too. I just wanted to use the color of the purple because I think it's so pretty. And if you have a food processor, you can use your food processor to grate this up as well if you wanted to. These little leftover bits can go to the chickens. They will love that little treat, little tasty snack. You could add carrots too if you want to give even more color to this. I don't have any carrots ready, so we're not gonna do that. And so let's go ahead and chop up our shallots and our onion. I just pulled these off of the drying rack outside. Fresh from the garden. That's my bread. I cook my bread for 30 minutes with the lid on and then 20 minutes with the lid off. And then I let it cool down and we enjoy it, and it's so good. I have a video of the way that I make our bread in the description below, so you can link to the description below so you can go down there and watch that. The only thing that I changed is how I bake it. So I bake it with the lid on for 30 minutes, and then I take the lid off and bake it with the lid off for 20 minutes. And we found that that gives us a really nice crust that when we keep it in the bread box, it stays just crispy enough that we can still enjoy it. So I'm just thinly slicing these shallots. And then adding these into the same bowl as the cabbage. Okay. And then one onion, I think will do it. And again, I'm just going to thinly slice this one too. It's so nice to come up with new ways and different ways to use your harvest. And this one is just so great. The fresh zucchini, so good. So good. All right, there we go. So we've got that in there. Let's kind of mix those around. Put that in there. Okay, now we're gonna go strain our zucchini. In the zucchini. All right, then I'm gonna get this all cleaned up and we will get going on the dressing for it. Okay, so the dressing is really easy. You're just gonna need a mason jar with a lid, some mayonnaise, mustard, hot sauce, and apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of sugar. So, and then you're always gonna wanna, taste it to make sure that it's to your liking. That's about a teaspoon. And you can make a little extra or just as much as you want. I don't measure any of this, so we're gonna just have to do our best guess on what all this is. So we're gonna do like at least a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more of some mayonnaise. That in there. And then a little squirt of mustard. Always shake it first. Should be good. And then your favorite hot sauce. This is a kombucha hot sauce. It's raw and fermented. It's spicy and so good. You can omit this if you are not a spicy fan, but we love it over here. And then some apple cider vinegar. You could do white vinegar also. I just like the flavor of this one. Okay. And then you just kind of mix it up to the consistency that you need. Let's see. I need to do, I'm gonna do a little bit more sugar, it looks like. And a little bit more mayonnaise. And then I think just a tad more apple cider vinegar. There we go. Okay, now that I'm all done with the sugar, I'm gonna use my spoon to kind of mix it up just a little bit. I like it really thick. Go ahead and give that a taste. Needs a little bit more hot sauce. And some salt. Taste different finger. Oh yeah, that's really good. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna give it another really good shake. There we go, and then get it on our. And here, we're gonna grab some spoons. Pour some of that in. This dressing is so good, you can save this for salad too. I think we're gonna need to use all of it. So pretty. Let me show you what it looks like. There we go, all of that beauty. So now we're just gonna let it sit in the refrigerator for a couple of hours for dinner time, and that's gonna be a wonderful side for our dinner tonight.